Yo, what's going on, people, and welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing good. Just want to say a thank you for everyone that's downloaded my sample pack. I think there was over like 100 people. I didn't even think I'd get that much, to be fair. I'll be doing a giveaway for the STEM version of my sample pack, so all you need to do is follow me on Instagram, that'll be on the screen now, and then send me a message saying giveaway, and I'll add you into that for the next video. So today's video, we're going to be focusing on making like a Dpat beat for like Sonder and Brent Faiyaz. So if you like the sound of this, so a lot of the time on Dpat and Sonder beats, they just use guitars, like Rhodes, pianos, and then voices, and they just layer voices, and that's all it is. And then they just put like 90s drums over it. So the first thing I've got is this guitar, which is the main guitar, and it sounds like this. So the call for this is just 2 minor ninths, and then I just flipped them and just edited them a little bit so they're more realistic. And then for this guitar I used the Evolution Strawberry. All I did with that was just take the shift up so it's just a little bit more natural. Once I rendered them out, I just put this chorus on. I used a compressor just to make it a little bit more tighter, hella reverb, and then just took out some frequencies that I didn't like. And then I just used a different type of guitar for the intro just to give it a little bit more variation, and it sounds like this. And all I did for that, another reverb, quite high in reverb. Then I used another chorus, and then I used like this modulated effect delay, and it just gives that cool like texture in the background. Just gives it another texture overlaid onto the guitar. As I noticed in like Dpat's beats with Brent, he likes to layer their vocals. So the first vocal I use is just my normal voice. Then as usual I just use the auto-tune and alter boy just to give it a little bit different level. Then I use the reverb, quite heavy in reverb because I want it very atmospheric. Then quite a lot of delay because I want it just going left to right and making that like gloomy effect. At the end you can see I use this like low pass filter just at the end, just because the vocal was a little bit too much, so I just took it out. And then I use like this humming effect just to give it like harmonize. Pound 1 to the left, pound 1 to the right. Just made one higher and one lower, and all I did with that was just put on a reverb and EQ. And then again I use like a lower tone of my voice to just make this. I use this like smooth compressor just to give it a little bit more edge. Then only thing I really did different is this timeless, just to make it a little bit more thinner so it could fit in, and then just a little bit more delay just so I could pan to left to right. Once I was done, I rendered the whole vocals as a whole. Then I just made them half time, so I stretched them so they was a bit more quicker, so the tempo was faster. They sound like this. That just gives it a nice texture and another atmosphere. Then I added these perking textures to give it a little bit more rhythm and just feel. And then I added like this riser effect noise. And the first 16 bars I just had a bass. And the second half of the sample I just added these keys. I sort of just followed the guitar chords, but I just took a little bit out and changed them a little bit. I added this tremolo just to make it a little bit more pulsy. Then I added this mellotron strings, and it was quite basic in the chords. Fitting into like the idea of like just giving a lot of space, not too much going on at once. Then the same thing for that, a little bit of reverb, took out some highs and lows. And then I just wanted to make it very spatial, so I just stretched it out with a S1 imager. So once I exported it into a new file to make the beat, brought it down one semitone. So for the intro, I just added the old broken radio. Can't really hear it, it's just for like texture. Then this snap, just added quite a lot of reverb onto that. Then I added these two shakers that just make a little bit of texture, brought them down, nothing too crazy. And I've noticed in a lot of the beats, there's a lot of perks going on, but they're just used as like little ear candy throughout. And as you can see here, I've got like a reversed bit. All I did was just chop the end of the 8th bar and then just reverse that. So the first 8 bars are just little bits of like hi-hats and no kick. Then halfway as like a breakdown, just added a new bass that sounds like this. And then for the second half again, I just added these drums that sound like this. And then I just brought in another like hi-hat in the background. And then with all the perks and like hi-hats, I just made the velocities all different, panned them to like left and right a little bit. And that just gives it like a nice little bit of flavour and just different like listens. Just gives it more exciting. Then I added this cymbal just as like a little drop. And this is what the whole beat sounds like. Yeah, that is the whole beat for that. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, slap a like down below, give me a comment, tell me any producers or artists you'd like me to cover and make a video on again. My website's going to be in the description, so you can pick up my sample pack. It is free, and there is a stem version which is like $20, so if you want to get that, then please do. The last thing I ask you to do is just follow my Instagram, that's going to be on the screen, and I'm out, and I'll see you in the next one.